My Sigma chapter is coming to an end. I think Sigma just means loner. I'm just using it to get views. I don't know. It's like a trendy word. It kind of means loner, alone, think to yourself, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I've been in solitude for the last 3 to 4 years. I've lived alone, isolated from the known world that I used to inhabit, which was my hometown, around my friends, around my family, the people I love and care about, surrounded by those people, constantly socializing. At the age of 25, I isolated. I moved to a different state that I'd never been to. Then I hopped around different states that I'd never been to and lived in various different places. And in doing so, I was able to answer a lot of questions about myself that I'd previously not really even thought of. So if you're somebody who's struggling to understand, what do I like? What do I dislike? What job should I do? What hobbies do I want to embark on? This advice is gonna actually change your life if you take action. Because most of these videos, let's be honest, they give you a lot of good theory, but there's not many action steps to take. There is one clear action step in this video. You need to isolate yourself for 3 to 6 months. I don't mean isolation in the sense that you gotta go to like the Himalayas and live on a mountain away from everybody. I mean isolation in the sense that you need to live somewhere you've never lived, where you've never known anybody within that place. Okay, does that make sense? So a place that you don't know anybody in, relatively far from where you come from, a place that is brand new inside and out. If you do that for 3 to 6 months, it's gonna suck for the first month, but within 3 months, you're gonna understand a lot fucking more about yourself than you had ever previously understood about yourself. This has single-handedly changed the way I view the world. You can't really break down your own thoughts, your own natural reactions, the way you react to things just naturally, the way you think about things as they unfold when you constantly have people derailing you. Okay, so if I witness something and I have a natural reaction to that thing, I can't deconstruct that thought and be like, okay, why do I think this way? Why did I react this way naturally? Do I like this? Do I not like this? I can sit down and then think. When you're around people all the time, you can't really assess your natural reactions towards certain things because you might feel it and it might come up and you might think about it for a second and then you get derailed by a conversation or influenced by this or influenced by that. You cannot deconstruct your thoughts as well. Okay? And that's the whole bottom line of this, is we all have a pre-wired way we work, almost, okay? We have natural predilections, natural repulsions, ways our body operates when it likes something and when it doesn't like something. And this is something we can't really even control, it just arises. Your job is then to deconstruct and understand why you feel these certain ways and then map your life out to fit into that criteria so you can live the best, most fulfilling life. Now, an example here is very simple, okay? When I started living alone, I understood I had a lot more energy when I don't waste a lot of time talking to people. I had never known that. I don't even know energy could be taken by talking to somebody. I never even thought that was a thing. Then I stayed alone for like the first 2-3 months and I started working out like a fucking madman. I was like, holy shit, bro, I can run a lot more. I can lift a lot more in the gym. I can work a lot more creatively. And then I sat down, I thought, I was like, holy fucking shit, this is crazy. I had no idea this was even a thing. I broke it down in my mind. I was like, okay, let me map to the past. When I was always around people, did I ever have this much energy? And the answer was no. And I thought to myself, why? And I thought to all these conversations I would have on a daily basis and how I would do this and how I would do that. Now when I'm around people, I'm completely different. I conserve my energy so much fucking better and don't really partake in dumb conversations like I used to, because it truly is energy draining. That is a thought that I deconstructed as I had it, and it literally allowed me to adjust the way I communicate to people to conserve energy. That's not something I would have ever done had I been around people all the time 24/7, because one, even if I did have the thought, it would never have been dissected as I did when I was alone. Here's another example. I realized what aspect of work I like the best. And that's the creativity aspect. I love creativity of pretty much anything. I make music because it's creative. I like videography because it's creative. I like seeing things come to life. I like thinking things and then making them come to life as I thought them. When I was younger and always surrounded by people, I took on every single role on earth. I would do this, I would do that. And a lot of those roles did not fit me. And I would always fail at those roles because I was like, I don't know why I'm failing. I don't understand. Why can't I do this for a sustained period of time? It never dawned on me that that wasn't my strong suit. then when I moved away and I lived alone for a long period of time, I was able to understand what I like the most and what I excel at the most. And it was the thing I gravitated towards the most when I was alone. I would always go out and make videos on my own for fun, and I was like, I really enjoy this. Why do I enjoy this so much? Then I sat down and I deconstructed the thought. I was like, I like creating. I just like creativity. I like shooting cool camera angles. I like thinking things and then having them executed the next day and seeing it come to life even better than I thought it. And as that happened, I was able to apply that to work, double down on that, and become super successful in just doing that rather than trying to do a million other things. Basically, guys, when you sit alone, and when you live alone on a day-to-day basis, somewhere you've never been, you're able to deconstruct your natural tendencies towards certain things. Thoughts, feelings, etc. It's just the deconstruction of the thought and trying to understand why your body naturally drifts this way or naturally drifts that way. It's your ability just to assess your thoughts as they come naturally and just sit down and really ponder why you feel and think this way, rather than being influenced and drawn into a zillion different conversations on a daily basis, which doesn't give you the time to sit down and think why. That being said, I am moving back amongst my family, my friends, the same place I came from. This 3-year stint of being alone has taught me so fucking much. And it was the most valuable time of my life thus far, because it really allowed me to see what I like and what I dislike, what I excel at and what I don't, what I should double down on and what I should just completely throw away. And I think clarity is a precursor to success, is it not? You just need to be clear on what you're good at and what you're not, what you like and what you don't. Once you get clear, you can then strategically start working like a surgeon. Sigma era is fucking a must, especially for men. So if you're struggling, go live alone for 6 months to a year. Fuck 3 months, 6 months to a year. And answers will come whether you like it or not.